is dodgy, and this is an emergency thing. This is why we've done this.
This is actually mine and Jordan's first time being on a ship together.
We're going to Fiji, bitches! Woo! I just vomited twice and laid on the floor. I'm still in a sketchy mood.
I'm not sleeping on the job, I swear.
This is the story of a sailboat named Sylvia and the ragtag crew that call her home. Join us each week as we explore our planet, both above and below the surface, and find out what it's really like to live a life at sea. This is Expedition Drenched.
Last time on Expedition Drenched, we really appreciated the welcoming of the inhabitants of Wallis, and some of our crew were really happy to practice the French language.
It's me and my man Brett, lost as can be. Oui. It's bon voyage French. Ah, bon voyage!
After eating our weight in French deliciousness,
This will agree.
I'm just here for the cheese.
Yeah, du fromage.
we were heading to Wallis' little sister, the island of Futuna. But when sailors make plans, the sea makes a point to remind them who gets the final word.
Well, things have changed, and it looks like we're unfortunately going to have to be giving our next planned stop, which was the island of Futuna, and we're going to head straight to Fiji. But it's a pretty big sail, so we've got a few jobs that we definitely need to get done before we can get underway. Pretty excited about what Will's working on right now. What's your little project?
I think this has been the thorn in the eye of many sails so far, because all our food that we store here for easy access turns into a little nightmare when we sail, because it just slides all over the place and I always find a way to get out of the bungees we normally use. So I've decided to put an end to it. I attached a little bungee here. This would be the last resort. If they decide to slide, they slide against this, and at least they stay under the bench.
Nice. What are you working on there, yeah?
This could be a top, I don't know, what do you think?
I think it's pretty sexy.
Yeah.
You could be like a slutty mermaid.
It's like
Finally stowing all of our New Zealand winter clothes. And I gotta be honest, I don't know what to do. Like, do you donate it in like the islands? No.
Yeah, what are they gonna do with
What are they
like
gonna do?
massive, like
So
huge jackets?
I don't have the answer, but for now they're getting vacuum sealed and put away. And that's a problem for another day, because we're sailing.
Today we're trying to sort our furler because the line keeps coming off and it's a bloody nightmare when it does. We end up rolling around trying to untangle the furling line in the dark, which is never fun.
Always at night.
It's always at night, and we're trying to just get our pulley in the right position so the sheet goes onto the furler in line and hopefully doesn't roll off. And our transfer pump for our diesel's not working, so maybe balance that out. Sophia's got 3 tanks, a port, a starboard and a day tank for diesel. So for multiple reasons, so it's separated, it's not sloshing around in case one gets contaminated. So what we do is we pump from either a port or starboard tank to fill up our day tank for what we're going to use. So that's where we're running our engine from. So normally we flick a little switch with our nice little transfer pump that's always worked and transfer from one tank to a day tank. But the other day I turned it on, it was a little bit loud and then it went bang and there was smoke coming from it. So we lost the ability to be able to transfer fuel. So we found this little pump we've got for like pumping oil and stuff, and I'm gonna do something, it's not dodgy, but it's just what we got. We're trying to get to Fiji, so I'm gonna rig up this little pump we got, use whatever hoses and adapters, because it's a lot smaller and it's different voltage. So then that way we can at least get fuel in to get to Fiji.
A scale of 1 to 10, 10 being yeah, 0 being eh. Do you think that your new plan's gonna work with this other pump?
10.
Oh, cool.
I've got good music and good coffee.
I'm trying to fix our chafed line.
Is this like a thing?
It is now. We have another line that's fixed in this way as well, and I looked at it a bit and pretty sure this is the way how to do it. It'll never regain its former strength, but at least it'll get us somewhere.
Just standing there and wires just start coming down out of the ceiling. Snakes on the boat. Rats on the job. You're pumping.
It's dodgy, and this is an emergency thing. This is why we've done this. A spare transfer pump we had laying around for oil, so I've got a tour monitoring up at the battery to make sure the wiring doesn't get hot, and I'm holding it by hand so I'll be able to feel if it gets hot.
What culinary delights will we be enjoying on our crossing today? Wait one sec, I'm just doing a sketching. There we go. Pasta, loads of pasta, as always.
We're getting ready for our crossing to Fiji. And I'm excited about this one. It could be 4 to 5 days. I always say long now because I made the mistake of saying shorter one time and I never heard the end of it. So now I've learned that it's going to take longer than you think it is. But yeah, I'm just making people's shift, what shifts they're going to be doing watch. And I'm excited because this is actually mine and Jordan's first time being on a shift together. Because we were always kind of like the shift lead, and I finally feel comfortable that we have a crew that can handle it themselves. So kind of put everybody in their little groups, and you, as our new crew, Emily, you get to be the rotating one.
We just pulled anchor. We're officially on our way to Fiji. We got bread at the wheel.
Our GPS keeps dropping in and out, which isn't ideal going out past, but we found the markers, so at least we can use them if GPS drops out altogether.
We're going to Fiji, bitches!
I walk this road, it takes me home where skies are blue. I walk this road.
Are you ready for some sail?
Yeah, I think so. We just tried to get clear of the reef because it was pretty choppy and the wind's blowing us back on it. So I think we've got out far enough now, put out a little bit of main. But yeah, it's going to be a rocky ride.
I have a place to go. When you're by my side, I always know. When it's you,
Real gnarly out here now. Jeez.
always
Oh! It's like lumpy waves coming in and wind and current pushing in different directions. How are we looking, boys?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of sail out.
love is true. We walk this road because we know it makes us new. No matter when, no matter what, I have a place to go. When you're by my side, I always love.
Feeling Fiji bound.
I'm excited. We have like all these shark dives planned. We've got a patron meetup. Did do what everybody warns you not to do, and that's to make like far off plans. And anytime that you're like rushing to get anywhere, it's a little bit stressful. But I wouldn't say we're rushing, but we're definitely moving at a brisk pace. But honestly, that has less to do with the patron meetup and more to do with cyclone season. I think cyclone season is really like the big, ugly elephant in the room that's just staring at you. You know he's coming. In any case, we're really excited for Fiji. I will say that that's definitely like the beaten path. So I was like, oh, that's not as cool as like Wallis, for instance, which 30 boats a year come to. But I think that there's a good reason why that many boats go to Fiji. A lot of islands, shark diving. Did I mention the shark diving? There's going to be shark diving.
Do you feel like the current's pulling you at all, or?
Yeah, it's moving us around a fair bit.
Yeah.
Pulling us towards the surf break. Oh shit, look at that going.
When Nate walked in, his hair went like. Yeah. Pretty sketchy out there. It is a stormy afternoon and we finally got the sails out. We are kind of dodging squalls left, right, and center. We just had a big one come through. We saw like 30 knot gusts. And now, ooh, we just turned the engine off. This is very exciting. It's my favorite part of the trip. So we can see one more squall that's probably coming at us. So we're gonna kind of hold off for a little bit before we put all the sails out. But we've got about half of our Genoa and half of our main, and we're cruising along. 4.5 knots. All right.
Let's see. I think my stomach didn't like this.
We're sailing. Let's go. Ready for a bit more sail.
Yeah, well, I think the squalls are past, so we'll get cheeky and pull out a little more main.
Yeah. I think Molly said that it came off, baby. Okay, we might be able to try and wind it back in. Rolling line. Come off the drum. I'm gonna see if it'll like wind in, because it's only off one little bit. So I'll just crank it and see what happens. You just want to watch it and let me know if it's just pulling or if it's actually doing anything. Did it turn, or was it just getting tight?
I think we'll get it.
There we go. That feels like yeah, maybe ease the sheet a little, and then yeah, have her turn downwind again.
Yeah, when you're ready, we go.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Now that the furler problem is solved and the main is fully out, Sylvia is flying through the storm.
Sorry.
That's so mean.
I had to. It's terrible. I feel really bad. I do. Alright, I'm meant to be steering.
It's really raining, like hard. Huge waves, big swell, rain, big gusts. We've seen 30 knot gusts. We're fine though. If this was like our first crossing, these situations I was a lot more like, oh. But now that Sylvia's kind of tried and tested with us, I'm pretty comfortable. This little squall just passed us, and it looks like a massive one heading our way.
Big night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's going on, Emily?
Sickness.
Yeah. Nighttime, we're rolling.
Yeah. Sweating.
Yes.
Rolling, vomiting.
Yeah. Now you're a real sailor. Cool. Well, we got some squalls, so we're gonna go put in some sails. Okay, you want me to ease it?
just leaving on the job, I swear. What does it look like?
A little stormy.
Explain it to me. I don't want to imagine it.
It looks grey. The sea looks grey. The sky looks grey. But then there's little bits of pink and a tiny bit of orange behind us. Where the sun's coming up.
So it's ominous with a slight chance of optimism. I feel like I've seen the sunrise now.
Join us next time as we continue our journey to Fiji. Try to cook in a roller coaster boat and drag yourselves behind it in calmer seas.
Seemed like a good idea in my head.
Get it, girl! Close your eyes!
That was Emily's first episode, edited and filmed by her, which is awesome. Yeah, I thought she did a really good job. These episodes are not easy, so I got to give it to her. I found it to be really entertaining. And if you liked it, give her a like, and of course, leave a comment in the comment section about how much you liked it. If you want to kind of like check in where we are in the world, on our website, you can go to expeditiondrenched.org, and at the very bottom, it actually says where we are currently. And if you have any advice or suggestions about where we should go or what we should do in our area, we love those kind of emails and comments. Thanks for watching.
Oh my god, I still can't say it. Sail to New oh my god. The sail to Neotoputapu.
So it starts hard and it goes soft. And then goes hard again.
Yeah, I explained. What's that salt water pump? Shut up! Yeah, this is why I got headphones on.
Yeah.
We got still fierce. Alright, I'll be back one second.
I'm very happy to. Yeah, I would like to. I wish.
Get some sleep, Mastana. We got. I'm a touchy person. I really like touching people. It sounds like really crazy. I think we touch more.
How you feeling?
I love sailing. Sounds like perfect time. It's not happening. Now my comfy spot's gone.